Let's take a look at Sunday's race meeting here at Sapphire. Picked to be a really good day down the coast. So if anyone's looking to get away for the weekend, definitely make your way out to Sapphire Coast for 7 race TAB meeting. We'll have free buses running to and from the meeting. South Coast Timber Eden Cup race day. Really good fields. So we're looking forward to a great day's racing. So I'm going to have a look through at a few tips and see what I can come up with for the day. Race 1, it's Great Southern Inn ALH Group maiden over 1400. Having a look at this race, I think the number 6 Stands 8 should be starting favourite and too good. It's coming out of a feature maiden at Grafton. Really hit the line hard. It should be very hard to beat in this race. I'll pop the 10 in Talento for second. It's the obvious danger. It's going to give Stands 8 something to think about, that's for sure. And we'll pop the 5 in Sherman. It ran well last start and should be competitive in this race. So we'll run with numbers 6, 10 and 5 in race 1. Move on to race 2. That's a Hotel Australasia Country Boosted Class 2 over 1,000 metres. I like the horse 5 here, the Forbes. It's going to get a good run. There's plenty of speed on paper. And with a bit of luck, it's going to hit the line late and maybe just blouse them. The 4 Blue Grotto will be just behind the leaders. It was a good last start win. Looks a very good chance. And then we'll run with the 3 Oakie's Choice. It should kick up and lead in this. Should be fitter second up. And from a good gate, it's going to be in for a long way, I think. So we'll go numbers 5, 4, 3. Move on to the next race, sponsored by Tyre Power. It's an Eden Tyre Power Country Boosted maiden over 1,000. Having a look at this race, I'm going to go with the 12 She Can Mix It. It's had a few goes at winning and been unlucky to run into a couple of smart horses in recent seconds to Speed of Light and Light Press, who won again last week. I think it's D-Day for this horse, but from the good gate, I think she can get the job done. Put the 9 in Cool Bird. It's going to be a good chance. Found the line well last start. And then I'll pop the 6 in Half Moon. It showed enough at her first preparation to say we should keep an eye on her. So we'll go numbers 12, 9 and 6. Move on to race 4, Florabelle Class 1 and Maiden Plate over a mile. I'm going to run with the 7 Frosby. It's going to get a good run from the gate and should be competitive in this race. We'll pop the 2 in Harmonia. It's going to be hitting the line late. It's won at the track before and over the distance. And we'll throw the 12 in Royal Miss, another horse that found the line well last start and looks to be wanting the mile. So tips are 7, 2, 12 in race 4. Move on to race 5. This is the feature race of the day. South Coast Timber, benchmark 66 over a mile. So South Coast Timber have come on board as our lead sponsor for the day. And the race lived right up to expectations, the Eden Cup. It's a really good field. I'm going to run with the 7 Dresden. It's won 3 from its last 4. It's going to be in the mix in a real competitive race. It's got a real country cup feel about it. I think the toppy, Mr. Rocket, it's been racing at the Provincials, hasn't been far away, should be competitive, back in grade. Hasn't raced over the mile, but it's hit the line over 1,400, so I think the mile will suit. And then we'll pop the 4 Defcon 1. It was a good win last start, defeating Sucrose, who led him up last start. You could make a case for 3 or 4 others in this race. I wouldn't be afraid to go a bit wide if you're having a quaddie. This leg's really tough, a real open race, and that's what you'd expect when you start getting up in grade. So we'll go numbers 7, 1, 4 in the feature race here, South Coast Timber Eden Cup. Move on to race 6, Zim's Tiling and Waterproofing, maiden over 1,200. I think the 7 must be magic. It ran a good race here, first up last campaign. It's lightly raced and it should get a good run from the gate. The 3 Ginjari, it'll be finding the line, and I think the big track will suit it. And then we'll go down to the 9, 12 hours. She'll be up on the speed. It's got a good gate. It's got the 4 Kilo Apprentice on board. And after a good run at Goulburn last start, when ridden on the speed, it should be competitive. So we'll go numbers 7, 3, 9 in race 6. Move on to the last race, another competitive race to finish things off. It's the Eden Sports and Recreation Club benchmark 58 over 1200. There's a host of chances. The top weight Mentalism's starting from a wide gate. It'll need a bit of luck, but I think on the big track it could just get a bit of cover with a bit of speed on, and it should be in the mix. If it gets cover, it should be hard to beat. The 8 Choir looks like an up-and-comer, jumping from a good gate. It's going to be competitive. And the number 2, Star Live. In other words, it's always competitive every race. So we'll go numbers 1, 8 and 2 in the last race. Just pop through on the last page here for the tips right through, and good luck, and get out to the Sapphire Coast on Sunday. If not, have a bet, and remember to gamble responsibly.